Yeah, it's good. It's entertaining, but it's not on the level of the best anime. And manga like Attack on Titan, One Piece, and Naruto is what most people thought of Jujutsu Kaisen, at least for season 1 of the anime. And being a manga reader, I knew that would change soon, as Mappa released the season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And when season 2 was released, from being a good anime, Jujutsu Kaisen became one of the greatest anime and manga to ever exist, as the author of the story Gege Akutami doesn't hesitate to kill any of the characters in the story, and that is 100% true, as from being a typical shonen anime where you have the main character with insane powers in him, is as your rival and a girl in the team, and leading them would be an insanely powerful teacher, is what it's looked like for season 1 of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. But as soon as second season of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime hit, everything changed. The second season started off with Gojo's past, where they introduced a character named Toji Fushiguro. You see, Gojo and Geto were assigned to protect Riko Amanai, the vessel of Tengen, and Toji already had encountered Gojo before, and knew if he faced Gojo at full power, things could get ugly for him. So he made his plan, a plan to tire out Gojo and then attack him so that he could kill Gojo with ease. But while watching this, we knew that Gojo was alive in the future, so we weren't panicking or anything. But we see Riko having this wholesome conversation with Geto, and Geto, who was confident in Gojo's skill and Gojo couldn't lose to anyone, had his guard down, and that was a mistake, as Toji killed Riko right then and there in front of him. After Toji beats Geto, he has his rematch with Gojo, and the anime showed Toji being nervous throughout the entire fight, as he felt something was off with Gojo, but ignoring his gut feeling, he fought Gojo and met his demise. The animation that went in the 4 episodes were movie quality, as we thought this couldn't get any better, but boy oh boy, we were wrong, as then we come out to one of the best arc in not JJK, but in the entire manga and anime as a whole. And that is the Shibuya incident arc. You see, we always had this sense of security with Gojo being around, as he could solve anything, as he was the strongest. But that sense of security was taken away from us when the disaster curses versus Gojo happened, where the animation was off the chart, especially when Gojo killed Hanami, as Gojo was pressured into using his domain as the disaster curses were killing everyone around them. But then Gojo once again showed us why he is the strongest sorcerer of the modern era by activating a 0.2 second domain expansion. But as Gojo was about to kill the disaster curses, the prison realm appeared in front of him, and this is what I love about JJK. It was stated to us multiple times by Kenjaku that he would use the prison realm in order to seal Gojo, so it isn't like this came out of nowhere. So obviously Gojo gets sealed. But then we thought, okay, Gojo got sealed, we just have to get him out of there and everything will be fine. And what happens next is what I would call the definition of easier said than done, as the villains in this arc meant business, especially since these 2 dumb girls decided to feed Yuji a finger of Sukuna, and Jogo, being even dumber, decided to feed Yuji 10 fingers of Sukuna all at once, and that act would cost him his life. And then Sukuna is back, this time with 75% worth of his power, and it was made clear why Sukuna got the title of the King of the Curses, as he absolutely destroyed Jogo in a battle, but at the end just showed him the respect that he deserved. And then comes Sukuna's battle with Maharaga, which was hands down the best fight in the entire series until that point in the anime. The animation and the choreography, the way this showed how powerful Sukuna and Maharaga were just perfect. As his battle against Maharaga, Sukuna ended up killing an entire section of Shibuya. And then let me tell you, that's over 10,000 people just being wiped out from the face of the earth. And then just showing how evil Sukuna truly is, Sukuna walks towards the edge of the crater that he formed and switches with Yuji, and then we get to see one of the best voice acted scene in the entire series of Yuji breaking down. But just as we thought things couldn't get any worse, the death of Nanami and Nobara happens. As this is hands down the turning point of many JJK fans, where they genuinely feel scared for Yuji as he fights Mahito. Because Gege already had done it once, killing Yuji again wouldn't be that hard for him, since there are other characters who can replace Yuji as the main character. But instead of Yuji, we get to see the death of another fan favorite character, and that is Nobara. And by this point, everyone watching the series is depressed as hell. It's Yuji's will in the battle is completely broken, and Mahito attacks him. And Mahito's voice actor absolutely kills it. I mean, listen to this, bro. Listen to some of the clips. I mean, that's insane, bro. But as the situation looks dire for Yuji, we hear a clap as Todo appears. Most fans feel relieved, but at the same time scared, as Todo might be the next one in Mahito's pack watch. But thank to God, Todo in this battle against Mahito, with Yuji only lost an arm, as he sees his brother finish Mahito off with a black flash. And then we get to see one of the coolest scenes as Yuji starts to chase down Mahito as he walks towards him. Like, this is like Sasuke chasing down Danjo level type of shit, bro. As this fight also had a depth and meaning to it, as it takes it to another level. And as Yuji is about to finish off Mahito, Kenjaku's dumbass appears and absorbs him as he fends off the Jujutsu High students, along with Urome. As the situation looks dire, Yuki comes in and saves the day, and Kenjaku escapes with the prison realm that he had Gojo in it. Also, we get to see the entry of Yuta. The fact that he is one of the characters who chose to execute Yuji is absolutely insane. The reason why Jujutsu Kaisen is simply better than any other modern shonen like Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Black Clover is because its uniqueness. As the author of the story will do anything in order to make the story tense and while keeping the hype in the story as well through its fights. The way JJK does its main character development is so different, as Yuji from being a happy-go-lucky child with a naive dream becomes someone who can make cold-hearted decisions if the situation calls for it. JJK sets up the next arc and the arc before so that they can keep on going forward in the story without making it seem like it was an ass-pull or plot armor, as the thing called plot armor really doesn't exist in Jujutsu Kaisen, as Gege has already set up everything for the next arc in the anime. Colon Games in the Shibuya incident arc itself, and for the anime only fans, just you wait, as things are gonna get even better. But speaking of anime only fans, from this point on in the video there will be manga spoilers in the video, so you have been warned. The Colon Games arc is the arc of the people who love fighting, as this arc has the most number of fights in the entire series that an arc has. But it's not just the fights that happen in this series, as the biggest plot twist happens in this arc as well, as even though we as the audience have been told about this specific event the whole series, the fandom was still shocked. So let's get started. This arc starts with Zenin clan, as Naobito and the other members of the clan are discussing as to who will be the leader of the Zenin clan, since the previous leader died by the hands of Jogo, and to everyone's shock, the next leader is Megumi, as even Naobito is raging over the fact that he wasn't chosen as the leader of the Zenin clan. He comes up with the conclusion of killing Megumi to take over the seat of the Zenin clan, and this really shows what Gojo was really talking about how corrupt the Jujutsu Kaisen system really is. And at the same time, Yuta is sent after Yuji to kill him. And as Naobito arrives, he fights with Chozo to protect Yuji, and Yuta kills, Yuji. and also one-shots Chozo, and while that happens, he tells Naobito that his mission of executing Itadori Yuji has been completed, and this is a big brain move by Yuta as he revives Yuji with RCT, and then the gang gathers up to go to Tengen and discuss about the man who is controlling Geto's body. And we see Tengen, she explains as what Kenjaku's plans are, and that is to create a cursed spirit so powerful that no one will be able to control it. And she also gives them the back of the prison realm, and then Yuki and Chozo stay behind to protect Tengen. From Kenjaku and our other heroes go to Colin Game, but before they do, they need the help of someone who Yuta describes as someone when worked up is even stronger than him, and that person is Hikari. And boy oh boy did Hikari did not disappoint. His domain expansion ideal death gamble literally allows Hikari to have unlimited curse energy, making him immortal for 4 minutes straight. Well, that is a simple explanation, as if I'm trying to explain Hikari's entire domain. This entire video is going to be over 30 minutes long. So yeah, let's continue. After getting Hikari, the gang goes on to fight people, where they can earn points in order to get Megumi's sister out of the Colin games, as she was marked by Kenjaku, hence automatically becoming a player, and as after fighting so many people, Higuruma, who is introduced in this arc, also Kashimo, whose battle with Hikari is one of the most fun battles to read, they earn enough points to get Sumiki out of the game. But as they bring Sumiki to get out of the game, she turns out to be someone else, Yorozu, a sorcerer of the past who existed in the same time and same era as Sukuna. As she declares that she wants to fight Sukuna, and by saying that she flies away, as Yuji and Hana chase her after leaving Megumi, who is a complete emotional wreck by this point. Before Yuji could do anything, he hears the word enchant, as Sukuna takes over his body and knocks Hana out. And if we remember that Sukuna had made a pact with Yuji, as when he says the words enchant, Yuji would hand over his body to Sukuna and forget that this vow ever had happened. And seeing Sukuna, Megumi immediately tries to summon Maharaga, but realizes that Sukuna is holding his arm, and then Sukuna rips off one of Yuji's finger as he feeds that finger to Megumi, and then we get to see Sukuna, but not in Yuji's body, but in Megumi's body. As this happens, Hana uses Jacob's ladder to kill Sukuna, but using the love Hana has for Megumi, Sukuna baits her into thinking that Megumi is back and is not Sukuna, and bites off her arm. As this is going on, Yuji comes back to face Sukuna and does pretty well, but then Amaki joins in, as it is shown that Sukuna's output is lower than 10% because of Megumi. As Maki and Yuji are about to get serious, Uraume comes and flies off with Sukuna while laughing at Yuji. As this happens, Sukuna takes his bloodbath, which allows him to completely take over Megumi's body and fights Yorozu. As Yorozu is inhabiting the body of his sister, and killing her would break Megumi, and in this battle Sukuna shows his mastery over the Ten Shadow, and how broken the ability truly is, as Sukuna uses Maharaga to completely destroy her domain and kill her. As then we see Megumi's soul crying and getting further into the abyss of darkness. After healing Hana, everyone is ready to unseal Gojo. As they do unseal Gojo, Gojo immediately goes after Kenjaku, who's saved by Sukuna, as they decided that he and Gojo will fight on December 24th. As right after that we jumped into the battle of the strongest, as we see how two absolute monsters go at it, but despite Gege giving us a false hope, he kills Gojo, as Sukuna is now officially the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen. And as we see, after all of this, JJK provides us something that I don't see any other modern shonen anime provide: a sense of helplessness, and how easily it can hype people up, and at the same time killing off most beloved character of the series for the sake of the story to move on. and not publication and money, as many people even sent death threats to Gege after the death of Gojo. But even after all that, Gege pushes on and plans to complete his series the way he wanted it, something no other modern shonen mangaka can do, and why JJK is the best modern shonen manga, and it's not even close.